everyone. We're going to talk a little bit more about the five senses today. So you just watched a video about one of your senses, and it was about the sense of smell. Okay, so you were watching a video about the sense of smell. Do you remember the other five senses? Let's see. See if you can name all five. Okay, let's talk about touch, sight, so seeing, hearing, smelling, and tasting. Yeah, so those are your five senses. So today we're working with the sense of smell. So you'll want this paper with you. Okay, and you'll need 4 different crayons. And then you'll also want your smelly bag. It's kind of hard to see what this is. There you go, smelly bag. And we'll use this afterwards. Okay, so go ahead and get your diagram with the parts of the nose and your 4 crayons, and we'll work on that. And then we'll do the smelly bag. Okay, so let me share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. So these are different parts of the nose. And the first thing that happens is there'll be some, some particles in the air, okay, like some smelly particles. And you'll inhale those particles and they come through this part of your nose that's right there, okay? Do you remember what that's called? The hole? You have 2 of them. These are called the nostrils. So down here, this top one says nostrils. So we'll color that in with whatever your first color is. And then it's hard to see, but we're just going to color in a tiny little bit right there, okay, for the nostril. So that's the nostril. Okay, so you breathe in through your nose and that smell comes into this cavity right here, this big open space. That's called the nasal cavity. That's right here, nasal cavity. And so you'll color that one in with your second color, color this box. Then we'll go up here and we'll color in the nasal cavity. So the smell comes in here, or if you're just breathing in, the air comes in here, and then the air goes down your windpipe into your lungs there. But if there's a smell involved, smell comes in here, and then you have smell receptors right in there. Do you see those little, they're like a little line with a little dot on the end? Those are the smell receptors. And those, remember we've talked about nerves? Those are like nerves that are going to sense the smell. So we're going to, that's down here at the very bottom, smell receptor. So we'll color that orange. Okay, and then color that up there. Orange, the smell receptors. Okay, so that's your smell. You're sensing, those nerves are sensing the smell there. And then the last one is called olfactory bulb. Olfactory bulb. You want to say that one? Olfactory bulb. So that's this one here. So the smell travels through here, the signals, right? These nerves sense a smell, travels through here, and then there's a nerve here that connects to the brain and sends that message to the brain. So it's like what we talked about with the nervous system. The nerves sense something and then it travels to the brain and it goes here through the smell receptors and then the olfactory bulb, and it hits a nerve here and heads to the brain. Okay, so we have the nostril, the nasal cavity, the smell receptors, and the olfactory bulb. Okay, so those are the parts of the nose. So go ahead, you can look at this if you need to and pause me to finish coloring that in. Remember, you do not have to have the same colors as me, so you can choose whatever colors you like. And now we're going to work on our smelly bag. So I'll stop sharing my screen with you. Okay, and you can pause me and you need to get this bag. Okay, so these are your smelly bags. So go ahead and get that. I'm just going to get my pieces out. Okay, so pause me if you need to find that. What you'll need to do is get out the cards, okay? So you have a whole bunch of cards that you'll need to get out. And these cards have words and pictures on them that are particular smells. And I'll show you each of them and read them to you. And what you'll need to do is match these smells to the bag that has that smell in it. Now, you'll want to be careful. You'll notice all the bags are taped closed. And it's because they have little particles or things in them that could spill and kind of make a mess. So you want to be really careful with these bags when you're opening them up. Okay, so let's look at our pictures. This one says coffee. Okay, so you'll try and match that to the smell of coffee. This one says basil, and basil is an herb that you use in cooking. So you can see there's a picture of some on like a little measuring spoon, and then there's a picture of the plant, basil. This is a tea bag. Okay, so tea. This one is cinnamon. So you'll try and match this to the smell of cinnamon. And this one is lavender. And you'll try and match it to the smell of lavender. So if you set out all your cards in front of you, here's what I suggest doing. Pick one of your bags. And now you're not really going to want to look in here because if you look inside, it might give it away. But you're going to gently, you might need to use scissors if you want to, but you want to gently just open it up. You don't want to rip the bag. So I just have to be real careful there. Okay, so open up your bag real gently. And then remember, don't look with your eyes because if you see it, sometimes our sense of sight is so strong that it'll give it away. So try not to look in the bag and just open it up and take a smell. And you might need to like open the bag a little bit to kind of get the smell to come out. Ooh, I think I know what this one is. So after you get the smell, get a full smell, make sure you get a good whiff of that smell. You can find the card that matches it. So like for me, this one was coffee. And I'm going to find the coffee card and I'm going to set those together because I know that those are a match. So I'll put those together. And then you're going to open up another bag. And again, be careful. You want to real carefully just kind of loosen that tape. Open it up. Remember, don't look. Oh, I think I know. Okay, I had to smell that one a couple times. I think this is, for me, I think it's basil. So I'm going to match it to the basil. Okay, so I'll have you go ahead and do this. So you have your cards. Set these out so that you can see them. Okay, and then open up your smell bags one at a time and match each of the smells to the smelly bags. See if you can match them all. When you've finished, you can have someone from your family check to see if they agree that those are the same, where the smells would go, if they agree that those are the same smells. And then the final thing you could do is if you want to, you could look inside to double check and see if they're the same. Okay, so this should be a fun activity. Remember to be really careful opening them because it could, explode with spices or smells and things everywhere. So be gentle with those bags. Okay, have fun. Oh, the other thing I just wanted to say real quickly is that after you smell one bag, your nose could still have some of the like smell particles in it. So it might be hard to smell the next one. So you might want to like maybe walk away from this area or just breathe some fresh air somewhere where there's not a bunch of smells to clear your nose and then come on back. Okay, have fun.